$100,000 or more over the next 12 months. And, this is something my training used to be make six figures or make like 100,000 within your first 12 months. And, these days the cost of everything is so high. I feel like 100,000 is almost kind of average in this business. And our goal is to help you to become more than just average. So before we get to that, did have a special announcement. I do have Chris on with me this morning. How you doing, Chris?
Doing great. I'm excited for this announcement. I think it's fresh. I think it's new. I think it's exciting, and I think it's going to bring more people together. So I'm going to let you announce what we got coming up.
All right. So for those of you that have been on our Monday morning trainings, I've been doing trainings, I bet probably the last 6, 7, 8 years. Used to do them on Fridays, and then I switched over to Mondays, and just decided that we're going to move them back to Fridays. So this is going to be our last training on a Monday. There will not be a training this coming Monday, but that Friday there will be a training, and it's going to be pretty cool. See, we already do our morning phone calls Monday through Friday, 8 in the morning Central Time, 9 a.m. Eastern, till about 8:30, 9:30. Well, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern time. So we already do those. So our plan is to still do our morning call on Fridays that we are going to also live stream. So you'll be able to hear the call and kind of hear how that goes. I usually provide like some tips and just kind of talk a little bit about how my week went and how maybe some things could have been better, some things could have been worse. And then from there, we will transition into our training, our long form training, going over different topics, anything from helping new agents get started to things like today, talking about how you can earn over $200,000 in a 12-month period. So, and then after the trainings, we're going to have it opened up where agents can actually set up a mentor session with us for say about maybe 10 minutes per person. I think if anything, maybe we'll set up like a calendar where you can you'll be able to click a link earlier in the week. This is for agents maybe who are struggling, that just feel like they need some help, whether they're part of our group or not. More than welcome to do what we can to help and support agents in the industry. So that's what we're going to be doing. It'll be from, like I said, 9 a.m. Eastern till about 9:30 Eastern, our regular morning call. And then we're going to do our trainings from 9:30 till say about 10 to 10:15 Eastern time. And then we'll open it up for, like I said, for discussion. And then we can even have one-on-one sessions or two-on-one sessions with anybody out there who's looking for maybe a little bit of help and support and see what we can do to help them. So looking forward to it. And I think it's going to be pretty good moving forward here. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, Mondays, we're going to really focus on get up and go. We're going to have our Monday call format. We talk about a big topic, a mindset topic, a business topic. We talk to a top producer. We get up, we dial in, and we go to work. And we want to really focus on honing in on starting that week super active. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, get up and grind like normal. And then Fridays, I think this new concept, this new format, this new interactivity is really going to blend multiple audiences together and give that opportunity to start the call, spread out the call with some long form training content, and then give that private mentorship that really doesn't exist in a lot of places in this industry. Like it can be people in our group, in our agency, absolutely. But if people are watching this, people are just struggling, people need some guidance. If you got a license, you got a carrier contract, and you got a will and a why to succeed, that private mentorship time is going to be available to the entire insurance community. So I'm excited to start this in 14 days and to get people plugged in and engaged live over the phone, over StreamYard, over the internet, and really freshen things up for the fall season.
Yeah, and we will share the call number as well, so you can hop on the call. And as I mentioned, we are going to be live streaming the Friday event. I would call it, really, it's going to be an event every Friday. Figure for a good hour and a half, maybe. So yeah, like I said, anybody who wants to hop on, like I said, I used to do my trainings on Fridays. I like doing them on Fridays. I decided to change it to Mondays. And after thinking about it, it's like, I feel like maybe people are spending too much time in the office on Mondays and they just need to get up and out and get their week started. So if I have trainings and my trainings are going until, well, heck, Eastern time, sometimes they'd be going until 12 Eastern. That's half of a day. And then people will have to kind of get their day started after that. So I just decided it'd probably be better to kind of cool off the week, have a good like end of the week recap and some good training for anybody who wants it, whether you're a new agent or you're experienced, is kind of looking for additional help and support. And not only that, I mean, we, along with everything else we've already been doing, Chris, with our podcasts and all the other content, so much of this is recorded and put out there for people to watch it, at later times as well. So, but having it live and agents having that ability to be able to hop on and ask questions and get involved and even schedule those one-on-ones, I think is going to be very valuable. These are things that are just going to help agents to make a lot more money moving forward.
Absolutely. I'm excited because it just really sets that week off correctly. Like our morning call will be over at 9:30. You can be in the field. You can be writing business. You can earn that Friday off. Or if you need that extra time on Friday with our new format, we're going to be done by 10:15 a.m. Eastern on Friday. You could be motivated, trained, privately mentored, then get back into the field, get that extra application to hit your goal so you can enjoy your weekend. I think not only is this going to be a better format and a fresher format, but it's going to be better for the agent's time and our time as well. So I'm super excited to get this launched in a mere 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, so be on the lookout. Those of you that are on my mailing list, you will be getting an email. If you're not on my mailing list, go over to adambersan.com. You can subscribe to the trainings and you will get more information as far as how all of this is going to be working out. And also you'll be notified every week of what the topic for the training is going to be for the week. So let's go ahead and get started on our training for this morning. Chris, earn $200,000 or more over the next 12 months. So
in under 30 minutes.
We'll try to knock this out in under 30 minutes. Let's see what we can do. So the average monthly expenses for a family of 4 in the U.S. is $8,500 a month. I mean, if you think about that, we're talking about a family of 4, $8,500 a month. That's another reason why we need to focus on more than just that $100,000 goal in income for the year. I mean, right there, your $100,000 is gone. If you have a family of 4, you're not going to have any money saved because that's pretty much just anything you earn is going to go right back out the door in expenses. And we're just talking about average regular expenses. We're not talking about people that have kids in extracurricular activities, even people maybe that are paying tuition for school and just everything else. There's so much involved, but when I looked that up, Chris, I was like, yeah, man, we got to change this to at least 200,000 because 100 these days is just not cutting it.
Yeah, and I think part of our mentality more and more this year has been to push people past that 100K threshold, push them into the multiple 6-figure range because the economy requires it, America needs it, and the agents are capable of it. If they're given the guidance, the direction, and the system to succeed, achieving multiple 6 figures like you're talking about today, it's just a math formula put to work.
Yeah, I agree. And like I said, annually, that's $102,000 in expenses. So right there, that's like small-minded thinking. If you have a family, you need to be focusing on earning a lot more than 100,000 in a year. So that's why, and forever, I just remember, man, I can't wait. I really, really want to focus on making $100,000 this year. That's the way I used to always think back in the day. And now, looking back, it's like, man, like that really is not much these days with the cost of living. So, in very, very, like I said, very average. And to me, who wants to be average? when we have an opportunity out there where you can really, as long as you're willing to put the time in and you're coachable and willing to learn and just get out there and do it, I mean, you can really make a lot of money. So what's it going to take to earn over $200,000 over the next 12 months? Well, I think it's important to set those goals. You need to break the numbers down a little bit. If I want to make $200,000 a year, well, how much business am I going to have to write annually, monthly, weekly, daily? But not only that, we also have to focus on the fact that we are spending money on leads, transportation. There's just different things involved. So you can't just focus on the production number when it comes to, like, you could say, okay, well, I'm going to write 200,000 in premium for the year. Well, that's great. But when you have those additional expenses, work expenses, you need to set that bar even a little bit higher. So like I said, you got to be willing to put the time in. And as I've always said, you got to be willing to bet on yourself. And that's especially what I mean when it comes to ordering leads and just being consistent with it. And just knowing that if you're willing to invest on a regular basis, you're going to do really well. I mean, I keep saying, I've probably had my most consistent year and this year in production. And it's because I've been willing to reinvest into my business on a regular basis. I always have new people to see. And, every week I know going in, I'm going to make a fair amount of money. But if I just place one lead order and try to resolve every single lead before I move on to the next, that's just setting myself up to fail. So, it's just a matter of being consistent. We talk so much about this, but especially when you're looking to earn over 200,000 in the year, I'd say that's probably like the biggest ingredient in the recipe.
Yeah, I think 200K a year comes from consistency and nothing else. Anything less than that, you can kind of fuddle and fumble your way through, and you can almost accidentally produce with, a good system. But to take it to this level that you're talking about this morning, it's going to take a different level of consistency. And as we kind of been talking in one of our subplots this week, belief is great, but sometimes people are afraid. Sometimes people are fearful. Sometimes there are people of fear that they can't do it. And fear is just simply false evidence appearing real, but the evidence you're presenting today shows people they can make it happen. It's like we're in a court of law, like you're presenting your case to the jury today. Here's your evidence. You can do it. You're going to find yourself guilty or innocent and make it happen.
And then lastly here too, just being consistent, following through with everything we teach you today. So many times, I think people have these accountability issues, always looking around for who to blame and of why they're not succeeding. But if they were just willing to follow through with every part of their business and what we teach you, I mean, we wouldn't be spending the time showing you what works and what doesn't if we didn't know. I mean, we've been doing this a long time. We know what works. We know what doesn't. It's like there's no reason to reinvent the wheel. If anything, we're going to save you a lot of time in trying to figure it out yourself. But you got to be consistent with following through with everything we teach you. You can't just take one part of this and be like, okay, I like that part, but the rest of that, nah, that's really not for me. Well, then you're going to set yourself up to fail. It's not going to work. If you follow every single step from point A to point Z, well, we could almost assure you that you're going to set yourself up to have a very successful next 12 months.
Yeah, this business, there's nothing to be afraid of. It is purely predictable. It's kind of like a roller coaster. It is very scary. Are you going to die? Well, highly unlikely, but it'll be fun along the way. So don't be afraid. Here's what it takes to make it happen.
And just a little commercial here in between. Check out our podcast if you've yet to. Now, our podcast we have on YouTube, on the Insurance Life and Everything in Between YouTube channel, as well as you can see here, on Apple, on Spotify, on Amazon, on iHeart, on Pocket Cast. I don't even know what that is, but we're on there. So lots of different formats. And I mean, like I said, you can never really stop learning. And that's another reason why we do the podcast. When I first got in the business, there wasn't content that was related to just this business specifically. I listened to lots of motivational stuff. I listened to like Zig Ziglar and Brian Tracy and people like that, but there wasn't anything that was specific to like insurance sales. And that's why we put this together, just to kind of same thing, to help agents maybe shorten that learning curve of learning what works and what doesn't, and just a lot of good content. I mean, I've posted now on our audio. I think I just posted like our 109th episode the other day. So there, I mean, talk about a lot of valuable material there, where if you're an agent out in the field, I mean, you could start at the beginning and just listen one after another. I mean, you're going to have so much content to listen to that's just going to help you get better. Yeah, I think it's a great thing. So be sure to check it out, follow and subscribe, and be on the lookout. I mean, we post on average, usually I would say probably 2 to 3 episodes a week on the audio, and working on trying to pick up both sides with the audio and the YouTube channel. Now that summer's coming close to an end, I think we're gonna have a little bit more time to focus on kind of getting back in the swing with some more consistent content. So
yeah,
be on the lookout. Friday, and yeah, along with the new
Friday event, it's going to be on there as well, which is super exciting.
And again, check out the agency, Unity Life Group. We offer in-home as well as telesales, different lead programs to help agents in the business to get that steady flow of leads on a regular basis. As you can see, our weekly trainings and ongoing support, really daily support. Excellent opportunity to build a team, multiply your income. We're not just working with one carrier. We do have multiple carrier options, and we do have high contracts available for the agency owners that are really looking to build and grow. And Chris is letting you know too here. What was that, Chris?
Oh, sorry. Free leads. We have a career program that is really taking off. Agents are out there successfully writing business. We have a broker program, highest comp. We got a free lead program. We've got a program if you've got a desire to make money. And the work and time and effort Adam's put into helping get this stuff off the ground. That's why we're able to grow so significantly this year.
Yeah, and the whole free lead deal too, Chris. I mean, heck, I just know so many people out there that, maybe they were, maybe they came from a situation where they weren't successful, they weren't making a lot of money, but they still have interest in the business. I mean, there's a reason they went out and got their license. They saw some value there. They saw some opportunity there. And unfortunately, if it didn't work at one place, that doesn't mean it's not going to work at the next. But sometimes people they don't have money left. They don't have money for leads, but they want to keep going in the business. So that's where, we're willing to help and support agents and do what we can to put that steady flow of leads in your pocket. And in time, you may decide, you know what, I'll start getting them myself. But at least to start, it's a great way to do it, where you're always going to have a steady flow of leads, and all you got to worry about doing is going out and working selling. And seeing the people.
Yeah,
that's it.
So I didn't free appointments, free leads. I mean, the expectation is really high. The support is really high. The hands-on nature is really high. It's not for some fly-by-night lone wolf kind of situation. But if you want to write business, you don't want to worry about the cost of the leads or the appointments. This program is exactly what it's designed for. People like that.
Yeah. And we have agents already that are doing very well on the program that, like I said, all they have to worry about doing is taking the leads out, going out and working. I'm sure it's a lot less stressful when you don't have to worry about figuring out ways to come up with that money for that weekly lead order. So, like I said, great way, especially for those that are motivated, that are willing to get out and work, that maybe just don't have the funds to do what it takes. Honestly, I mean, it's a pretty big investment to get started if you're doing it on your own. I mean, you're talking about having to place, I would say, at least 4 weeks worth of lead orders, which, I mean, right there, you're looking at close to $4,000 right there. And then you're ordering leads for right now, just to work until your new direct mail leads come in. I mean, that's a big investment. We're talking about probably, including license, like $5,000 really. To get started, unless you're involved in like the free lead program, where we're willing to invest in you and we're going to bet on you. So, hopefully it's worth our investment. So, but yeah, those opportunities are out there. So Let's go ahead and move forward here. So did you know if you work 25 leads a week, every week, and you are only able to set appointments on half of them, so you set up, figure 12 appointments, and you're only able to sell half of those appointments, you will earn $274,560 in 2024, or I guess we could say over the next 12 months. So 25 leads a week, every week, and set appointments on half, so 12 appointments, and you sell half of them. So you're making 6 sales a week is going to accumulate to almost $275,000 in income. That's pretty good. And again, broken record here, having a steady flow of leads is essential. 25 leads, 12 appointments, 6 sales, that's going to equal about $4,800 in premium. Figure average sale about $800 in annualized premium. And I would say, I feel like this year, my annualized premium average is probably even a little bit higher than that. I feel like, I don't know, I used to always sell like the cheapest or the lowest. And I feel like the business maybe even stays on the books better when people have to commit to maybe a little bit more of a premium. So yeah, I would say I probably write more $70, $80, $90 a month premiums this year than I ever have. And so, but figure, 800 average annualized, 6 sales, 4,800 in premium. Again, you do that for 52 weeks, 249,000. Let's just say average street level commission of 110%, you're looking at close to 250,000. So then let's say we up it to 30 leads a week. Well, 16 appointments, 8 sales, you're looking at 6,400 in premium over 52 weeks. You're over 300,000 in premium, 332,000 at that 110% comp. I mean, you're looking at 366,000. So same thing. And I mean, heck, we have proof that this actually works.
You're doing it. Like I could show them the
Yeah.
factual numbers. I could show them the production reports. I can show them the lead investment reports without your information on it, of course. Like we have all of the evidence to present this case to you in a court of law. It's so proof of positive right now. It is not even a fear in explaining this because I could show the evidence that he's doing it. So why can't you do it? And I'll add my little one piece here because we only have 8 minutes to go. If you're writing 6 applications a week, you'll be writing 3 Medicare plans a week. And if you could write 3 Medicare plans a week using this formula, Adam, the monthly renewal on that into year 2 is more than a mortgage payment. It's $3,000 to $4,000 a month in renewals by adding that extra piece to this proof that you're showing the audience.
And I mean, the final expense client, they're the same client as the Medicare client.
Literally.
I mean, every house I'm in, I mean, people are bringing it up. They're talking about it. I'm excited to kind of get moving here with the Medicare. And I mean, right now is the time. I mean, those that are out there that are kind of on the fence, I mean, we're at the point. It's like you're either going to sit on the bench or you're going to get up and get out in the field. So, I mean, this is the time. I mean, you got to kind of prepare and get ready for it right now, or it's going to be too late. Last year, I waited too long. It was too late. And so now this year, I'm ready to move forward and kind of make that a part of my daily business moving forward from here on out. And yeah, I'm excited too for just to kind of build that renewal base. But like I said, God, every house I'm in, I'm bringing it up. I talk about it. And I mean, once Medicare season comes around, I'm already going to have so many people to go back to that I've already kind of planted those seeds with. So yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Referrals. I mean, heck, that's another thing. 6 sales a week, 1 referral each. Let's see. I'm trying to see 6 sales a week, one referral each, and only sell 1. Okay. Yeah. So let's say you get 6 referrals from each sale, and each one, you just write 1 of them. I mean, 1 extra sale a week is going to put 45,000 in additional income into your bank account. And I mean, that's huge. I mean, I don't think any of us push hard enough to get those referrals, but referrals are free leads. If you're worried about that big investment, you can minimize it by getting more and more referrals. So, if you're not getting those referrals, I mean, you're definitely losing money, because right here, look at one sale a week off of referrals, just one. I mean, that's an extra 45,000 in income a year. I mean, why would you not want to get that business? So this is kind of like a breakdown of the schedule, talking about putting together everything correctly. And I'm just really showing you kind of like how I have things set up for myself. I think it would be good to set 2 days aside to focus on setting up appointments and keeping up with your business, or hire an appointment setter. Some people brand new to the business, maybe they can't afford the appointment setters. I also think that it's important to learn how to set up appointments yourself. But yeah, set up appointments, try to fill up your day. If you have enough leads, I mean, try to set up. I mean, right now I'm out in the field 3 days a week. So, I mean, my goal is to have 3 full days of appointments set. And if I can have 3 full days of appointments set, I'm going to set myself up for some success for writing a lot of business in the week. If I have 6, 7, 8 appointments every day, I mean, I'm going to be sitting in front of a lot of people. I'm going to be, and that's how these numbers work, by sitting in front of a lot of people. But yeah, set that time aside to either set up the appointments or have someone set them up for you. And I would say call on Monday for Tuesday and Wednesday, or you could even call on Sunday for Monday and Tuesday if you want. Get out there right away. So either call Monday for Tuesday and Wednesday, or call Sunday for Monday and Tuesday. And then, if you called Sunday for Monday and Tuesday, then you could call Wednesday for Thursday and Friday, rather than calling on Thursday for Friday and Saturday. So, I mean, you could really mix it up any way that you desire. But the bottom line, set 2 days to just focus on going through all your leads, calling and setting up that schedule, unless you had the appointment setter that can do it for you. If you have the appointment setter that can do it for you, well, that gives you the ability to order more leads and maybe even have them set you up with a full week's worth of appointments. That's just going to put that much more money in your pocket. So, like I said, I'd say minimally, this would be the best way to do it. Call twice a week and set up appointments for at least 3 or 4 days, and just try to fill up the schedule. It's not hard when you have that steady flow of leads coming in and you have that inventory. And then set up appointments on the hour, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, all the way through. That's something that I've changed recently. I was setting them up every 90 minutes, and I realized, not everyone's going to be home. Some will be home, and maybe I'll take a little bit longer, but at the end of the day, it all kind of like evens itself out. If I'm just doing the appointments on the hour. And then you can always door knock leads in between if you have the no-shows and that. But don't worry if you're going to be late to an appointment. Don't call them to let them know you're running late. They're just going to tell you not to come. Mm-hmm. Just show up. And half the time you're going to show up, they're not even going to realize that you're late. Usually people realize more when I'm early than when I'm late. So I really wouldn't worry about it. But yeah, set them up on the hour. As I said, work appointments and door knock. Any people that you can't get a hold of over the phone, or anybody that rejected you over the phone, use those leads and to fill in the gaps. I always say, if you call and they shut you down, 2 days later, you can show up at their house. They're not even going to realize you're the same person that they talked to over the phone. So treat it like a new lead. Go out there and door knock it. And you can even do vice versa. If you get shut down at the door, you could always get on the phone and call them. But yeah, this is definitely what I would recommend. And if you have anything you wanted to add, Chris.
Yeah, I just would encourage folks to either hire someone. We have an appointment setting team that works insanely hard to set you appointments. Realistically, their job is to set the appointment, not to close the appointment. They can't lock people in their home. They can't make them be there, but they can sure dial 400, 500, 600 times a day over the course of a day to set appointments. If you can't do that, aren't willing to, don't have that option, set them yourself. I would encourage you to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., wake up, take those 2 hours and set it for Monday. And then Sunday, after dinner with the family, 6 p.m. until 8 p.m., get on the phone again, dial a few more, and start that Monday with 9 appointments. You can get on our 9 a.m. call. It gets wrapped up at 9:30. You can be at a 10 a.m. appointment. And if you have 9 freaking appointments on a Monday, You're going to write business to really motivate you to go back out Tuesday, to do it again on Wednesday, to wrap up that business on Thursday, and then get back on us Friday for the big event. Hear about Adam's week, share some thoughts, get some private training. I mean, Adam, with 9 appointments on a Monday, how could somebody fail for that week?
I think it would be impossible. And just sitting here thinking about how I'm out there 3 days a week and putting up the numbers that I do. And I mean, you put up big numbers, and I don't even think you're out 3 days anymore. You're out maybe once or twice in the week. So, if we can do it in 1 to 3 days out in the field, putting up some pretty good numbers, there's no reason that you all out, watching our training today, if you're out there for 5 days a week, you should be doing more premium than what me and Chris are doing. Yeah. Just putting the time in and just getting out there doing it. And then also check out my website, adamerson.com /training. I think I got to update my training site, but you can check out adamerson.com. And I'm actually going to be updating that too. There's going to be a lot of good content, a lot of good free downloadable material that's going to be added on there shortly, where you can get in there, and I'm going to have my presentation on there to download. I'm going to have just a whole bunch of useful material that you'll be able to plug into for free. Just all you'll have to do is get in there and click the links, and you can download it. I already mentioned the other YouTube channel. I have my own YouTube channel as well. Just type in my name, Adam Brisson, and YouTube, and you can find me, and you can subscribe as well. So that's about all I have for today. I would say, any questions that are in the question box, I will be sure to, I'll reply after our training this morning. I'll just get on there and I'll reply to any of your questions and comments. So, and then from there, like I said, I will go ahead and I'll get an email out there to those of you that are on the mailing list, let you know what the topic is going to be, not this Friday, but the following Friday. Let's see, what's that, Chris? What's that, like August 30th?
Yes.
Yeah, Friday, August 30th is when we'll be kind of getting this rolling. And that'll be the first of many. Like I said, Fridays with Chris and Adam. It'll be starting on Friday, August 30th. Remember, morning call, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central to 9:30, 8:30 Central. And then from there, the long form training. And then, like I said, we'll set up like an invite where agents can actually hop on and schedule in the calendar to have some free one-on-one sessions with us, maybe for like 10, 15 minutes. And, we'll do what we can to help you all out there. So thanks again for hopping on this morning. I hope this information was useful. To me, it's just kind of self-explanatory. Bottom line, get leads, set up appointments, be consistent with it, go out and work, and you'll have a pretty good, next 12 months in the business.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here. And I'm excited about the event, August 30th, starting on Fridays. Adam, appreciate you. And let's get, wrap up. Start this week strong. It is Monday. Let's start the week.
Sounds good. We'll see you guys in about a week and a half. Thanks again.